All right, Coach, opening statement on tonight's 77-0 win over North American.
Well, excited to get the W. It's always fun to win football games, no matter who the opponent. And we had a resounding victory tonight. Got a little delay there with the weather. Hate that for the fans. We had a good crowd set to show up, and about a 45-minute delay there. But really pleased with our team, our staff, the way they came out, and they weren't delayed, and they played. Our goals were play fast, play physical, and finish, and they did that at a very high level, and really got after them. Obviously, we were the more talented team, but we played our brand of football. I felt like most of the whole night, and put the game away in a hurry, and really pleased with their bunch. I thought they were a classy bunch and good sports, and we were able to finish the game relatively quickly and get everybody healthy, and now we move on to the meat of the season and everything. But just really excited about the win. A lot of great performances. Got a lot of people to play. I think we suited out 96, and just about everybody but the punter played. And so those are always fun evenings. And so it was a good start to the 2024 season.
A lot of the conversation that you've had on repeat with the media is being proactive instead of reactive in the portal for the offseason. And then what type of offense Chris Ross was bringing in when you hired him as your offensive coordinator. When we were able to see that with, 42 points quickly in that first quarter. Just talk about the offensive side of the ball and everything that you were pleased with from that transfer group that you were mentioning, as well as from Coach Ross.
No, you saw a lot of those guys that made some big plays, from quarterback to all the receivers, and even Quaylon Jones was the leading rusher there. So, I think we've definitely up the talent in our locker room, and in that offense, I told you, it's going to be up tempo, and we're going to grip it and rip it. And we threw the ball down the field in that vertical run game, and 42 points in quarter, had right at 400 yards in the first quarter. We called the dogs off and started huddling. There was about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, and so with I think it's 63-0, and with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. So I don't. That's hard to do against air, and so was pleased with their performance and the way they executed. It was good to see, because this was the first time for us to do it against another opponent, not knowing what they're going to be lined up in, and just the mechanics of everything with the new offense. But definitely off to a good start, and some guys showed some talent, and obviously we'll be leaning on those guys throughout the year.
We also saw a number change on your roster, specifically Blaine Green voted as a new single digit, and we got to see him with the 50-yard touchdown pass from Sam. Just talk about the decision-making from your team on choosing Blaine as a new single digit.
Right, we had one single digit available here as we rolled through camp, and so put that to the team like we do all of them. That's my fault for not getting it to Jay and our media team. That one's on me. So, but no, Blaine has come in, and he's kind of the alpha male in that room with the receivers. He is a great leader and a great player, and so he's definitely well deserved of the single digit, and played like it tonight, and so we expect big things out of Blaine the rest of the year.
Turn it over to the media.
Yeah, Coach. Coming into the night, starting quarterback, Sam was, is coming to a bit of a decision. Him going 8 for 8 with 288 yards and 5 touchdowns, being a really impressive debut for him. So, how did you feel about seeing the starting quarterback do that?
I was really pleased with Sam. Obviously, get out there, and we were, we're doing good with everything except for time of possession. We're scoring awful fast, and so, but those guys, he put the ball in the playmakers' hands, and that's what we look to do is 10, 11 personnel, and sling it down the field, and then he did a good job managing it and getting the run game going too. But his leadership and decision making has been really good all through camp. He's been there before, and he started a lot of games in his career, and that was really kind of what tipped it his way there towards the end, is just the game experience, and that's where it was important to get those other guys in and get them some, and we even got Dalton in there still in the midway through the second quarter, just so he could get the ball in the air because he's paid his dues and is a very capable quarterback. All three of those guys, Gavin, dead burn through the one incompletion. So we're going to have to put him on the board and punish him on tomorrow morning. But they all did a really good job just running the offense, executing, even there at the end, slowing things down, coming out of speed breaks and working the clock and everything. So really pleased with that room overall.
Yeah, Coach, and you kind of went in on the depth tonight, playing 96 players, having 96 guys go out onto the field. How important is it in these sort of games to be able to get a lot of these guys that maybe don't play as much? Some of these younger guys, like you said, when we talked Tuesday, was record-breaking freshman class coming in, just to be able to get these guys game experience early in the season.
It's very important, and there was a lot of freshmen there that second half and even second quarter that were getting a lot of playing time, and so that's going to pay big dividends. There were several mistakes that I felt like we made in our special teams. I wasn't particularly pleased there with some kickoff coverage and some punt return, punt block units that just didn't execute at the level that we needed them to. But, again, that's good experience overall. A lot of guys played on defense. We hadn't talked about the defense, but I don't care who you play in the game of college football, the way the rules are, the way the tempos and everything else, it is hard to shut somebody out. And so tip of the hat to those guys. I think they were 0-12 on third down, so the defense really, I thought, did a good job dominating, tackling well. Didn't have a lot of turnovers, had one pick there with Cole Lemons, which was good to see. You saw the team go crazy there. But overall played really well defensively. And when you're playing a game like that and you get late in the second half, and now you're having to rotate in and out with special teams, you're hoping you got 11 out there. And so that's where I was, tickled with the overall operations of the program, because this was a lot of firsts for us tonight. This was, as a staff, we've got so many new members of the staff, the inner workings there, staff with the players. So it was a new pregame for us. And then you throw the lightning delay and having to adjust all there. But, operating in the mechanics of the staff in pregame, during the game, at halftime, where we're going, who we're talking to, and all that. So it was a great night for us. I've got a laundry list of things we got to get better at, but it was good, to get that behind us, and I was pleased overall with the operations overall. But just a fun night, getting all those guys out there. Back to your question, and getting playing time, and then some older guys. Dax Bridges with a touchdown there at the end. That guy's been here 4 years and he's got a lot of blood in the bricks, and has done a really good job for this program. And one of his best friends, Dalton McAlay. And so I told Coach, I said, we get inside the 20, we can throw it one more time, and made a great play on that ball. And you saw the sideline go crazy. And that's what football's all about, is moments like that. And so that was really special for our entire program, and happy for those guys.
Coach, talk about a little bit more about the defense. You obviously the offense played well tonight, but what does the defense set up for you when they only allow 0 for 12 on third down, and as far as field position and getting the offense rolling?
Yeah, they came out and just tackled really well and executed. I thought did a good job. It's the second year in Coach Mootz's defense, and so there's a lot more comfortability. I don't know if that's a real word or not, but if not, I just made it up. And so just the operations of the defense and being where you're supposed to be, and executing coverages, blitzes, stunts, and so you saw that tonight. We did that one drive there in the first quarter, I believe it was. We had 2 first downs. One was a penalty and everything, but they bowed their neck, and I don't know that they passed midfield. But all in all, just pretty mistake free, because again, it's hard. And they threw the ball out. That's how it got out of hand, and we scored so many early, is they're throwing the ball, a lot of incomplete passes, which stops the clock and everything. But to keep a goose egg on the scoreboard when they are throwing it, and a lot of moving parts, that's a tip of the hat to those guys that worked hard, and they're off to a good start this year.
You beat a team that you were supposed to beat. You did the things you were supposed to do tonight. How does the team shift gears and then approach the North Texas game next year?
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why we played tonight. If I'd have known it was going to rain, maybe we wouldn't have done that. But Jay Lucas was in charge of the weather, so blame him. but now is where the benefit of playing Thursday night, comes. One was the students. I got to speak at Holler at Homer there. We ran over there in the middle of pregame and got to talk to 2,000 freshmen. Got the largest freshman class maybe all time here. And so that SFA's growing and booming, and so that was fun for them. But the real benefit of this game now comes in the next 48 hours, where our guys are rehabbing, recovering, in the weight room, in the film, us as a staff. Now we get 2 extra days on the next opponent, and that's a big game because it's the next one. And so hopefully we can get this list a little smaller next week and make some improvements that we need to across the board and turn our attention to North Texas, where they'll be the better team. And now we're going to have to, handle what we can handle and control what we can control, and hopefully play well up there in Denton next week.
Play a lot of players like you did tonight, does that give you, especially early in the season, does that give you a lot of opportunities, and you and your coaching staff, to look at a lot of players and see maybe this kid can play some more because he looked well tonight and things like that?
100%. I talked to him here last night in a team meeting. Hey, if you don't like where you are on the depth chart, you're second, you're third, wherever you are, this is your chance to go out and prove it. You want more playing time? You want to move that? Then go out there and prove it in a game. We're going to have injuries. We had a couple tonight, and so injuries equal opportunities. Well, this game tonight, a lot of guys got their first couple snaps, and so now they won't be as jittery or nervous when they get out there and get their first reps in a real game. So that was good for us and good for that will pay dividends down the road, whether that be later this year or the following year, because they've already kind of got that first game under their belt and playing time, and it's good for the morale of the team. A lot of those guys playing that second, third, and fourth quarter, those are our scout team guys. Well, hey, they know if they work hard, coach's going to suit me up and get me in a game when he can. And so you don't want to play a game like this every week. Yeah, I kind of do, but it is good all the way across the board for the program, and so really, really pleased with tonight.
You didn't have a clear-cut starter before this week, and then Sam obviously came out and played well, and you got good production out of other kids too. Mm-hmm. Does that start making you think about different situations that maybe other kids get coming in and helping?
They do, and again, all those guys got to play and got to throw the ball, and so I think they're all very, very capable. We're very blessed. It's a great problem to have, 3 quarterbacks as good as those guys are, and so I think they'll continue to push each other and feed off each other. That's what is awesome, is just the personalities in that room and the people that those guys are. Dalton McAlay, he won earned and was awarded the Grayland Spring Scholarship this past spring. And he's a walk-on from Kilgore, Texas, right out here in Beast, Texas, babies, and he's paid his dues. And he had 1 snap last year, quarterback sneak for a first down. He threw 2 passes tonight for touchdowns. I said, you can go down record books as all-time greatest quarterback, on paper in school history. So those guys are awesome. Gavin Rutherford has improved so much. I mean, that's where I think he's a guy that has probably made more strides in the last 6 months of anybody on the team, and showing why he was KDISD Male Athlete of the Year, led all of Greater Houston in passing his senior year. So he's going to be a name that is talked about for a long time. He's just a freshman. So we're in good shape in that room.
I got one, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Any special plans this weekend?
Special plans this weekend. I will, probably take it easy, cook a big breakfast on Saturday morning. I'm a breakfast guy, get the bacon frying and fry some eggs and do a big breakfast. And I don't know that I'll watch any football. I get enough of it. So we'll just spend some time with the family and then turn the page on the rest of the season. My wife and I, it was her birthday on the 24th. Today was my birthday. Made it all the way through the day, and nobody knew. So, gotcha. And so we will probably go out and eat tomorrow night and celebrate getting a little older. And we got a great family and a great group we're blessed to coach and work with here. So just celebrate the good things in life this weekend.
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I think the best birthday gift is to wrap up the interview.
There we go. Happy birthday. Good win. Thank you, guys. Axum.